Crowd of boys. Peace. Come talk to you boys today about semen retention and dealing with negative thoughts. Your thoughts become and control things. And with this benefit of being on semen retention, you go through this process of retaining. You'll find your thought patterns, the negative thoughts, start to bother you a little bit more because your energy starts to change in a more positive shift. It's a positive shift you do when you are practicing semen retention. You are positively charging up your body system. You did. You'll find yourself to come to deal with negative thoughts, negative thought patterns, because once your patterns too much in the negative, one must follow the pattern or practice of semen retention to achieve the true benefit and realize and have the awareness of this benefit. Then you will recycle the same pattern into your lifestyle, where you will begin to deal with negative thoughts, negative thought patterns, negative things as they manifest. Yes, you will be able to deal with negativity in a desired manner. Control things. This has to do with your own mind, your own mental capacity. Not everyone is equal or upon the same vibration mentally. This is why mental health is very important and why it should be more spoke on. And this is why it's being spoke on by me as a true benefit of semen retention. To be able to deal with what's going on in your own mind, your mental capacity. The reason why I say we are not all equal or upon the same vibration, I'll give you a short example. Someone may be born with dyslexia. Someone born without dyslexia has a certain advantage upon reading information, so their mental capacity may be a little bit different from the person that has dyslexia. Can we agree on that? I'll let y'all meditate on that for a minute. All right. So, some mental capacities aren't all built the same. Okay? So now, us brothers, as we are on the journey of semen retention, we are gaining this benefit and we are clearing up and getting the mental clarity. Mental capacity is starting to open up. Not everyone will achieve the same benefit of that mind capacity. All right. Of that mental capacity, some may get it quicker than others. Some may have to work harder to get that benefit. You did. It's the only difference, guys. But understand that this practice, the more you practice, the more you get better. Think about this. In basketball, when you practice, even the players that play, not every dominant amount of players may be right-handed, but you always may have that lefty, all right, that's in a group, all right? His patterns may be the same, but he may see things from a different angle because he's left-handed, all right? So just understand, all right, that everyone is not going to be equal or upon the same frequency of clearing up that mental space. Some of us have done real damage, all right, and we have to work harder. And some of us have caught ourselves at a point, and now we're just able to shake things off. You did. And the longer you practice and the longer you have been upon this journey, you'll start to make clear of space of everything that may be holding you back. Thoughts becoming things and controlling things, all right? This has to do with compartmentalizing your thoughts. How do you do this? Especially dealing with the negative thoughts, you have to go into meditation. Meditation helps. Meditation is the best medicine to address your thoughts. All right? Because what comes with that is clarity. First, you gain to control your thoughts, whether they be negative or positive. And a lot of us have a fear of dealing with our negative thoughts. And that's why a lot of people stray away from meditation. Let's be honest. All right, to really close your eyes, take a breath, and either figure out what's causing this negativity or let it go. But you can't have that energy on you all the time. And it's the same thing when we are on this practice. And guys, when we deal with urges, all right, these stem from negative thoughts, right? This is, some of us, a negative charge if it's coming from a source where it's out of nowhere. You dig what I'm saying? Now, if you are with a female, all right, and you start to get, that's not something that is negative depending on the female that you with. Understand what I'm saying? If the vibe is there with whoever you with and a certain energy comes upon you, brother, all right, that's just your body responding naturally to the, you know what I mean, to the female, how it should. There's nothing wrong with that. Understand this, though. Energy is everything. Your thoughts, all right, you have to control your thoughts. When that is happening, it's very powerful because the energy can be that, but your thoughts, all right, you can't act upon your thoughts right away. So your thoughts can go and your imagination can go somewhere. But once when you are able to control that, control your vessel, control your body, control your mind, you're able to simmer down that, I'm going to say, sexual energy. You're able to put that down. And then, because what comes with that is negative thoughts. The negative thoughts starts to rise. So it may be a pure thing starting off first. Someone you may be attracted to. And this is just a short example, right? We have a lot of inner dialogue with ourselves, right? And how we feel as guys. All right, let's be honest. Our inner dialogue sometimes goes astray. And that's where the negative thoughts are able to creep in. That's where those thoughts become things and they control things. So once when you're able to simmer down yourself, control yourself, have that inner dialogue with yourself, very important. All right. Break away those negative thoughts with that inner dialogue by talking to yourself to control your thoughts. You know you are on this practice, so you shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be thinking like this. And a lot of you guys have that inner dialogue with yourself, but you aren't realizing what it is. And that's exactly what it is. You are aware of your practice. A lot of you guys say this, I'm on 260 days. I'm with this chick and something's telling me I shouldn't do it. There you go. That's something that's telling you shouldn't do it is that inner dialogue. You're starting to become more aware of your senses and controlling your thoughts. So it's not something is telling you. That thing is you. It's that inner dialogue. It's that energy that you're picking up on that maybe you should hold off. All right. Someone in the comments, I dropped that. I just used that as an example, but a lot of you brothers need to hear that. All right. Sometimes it's just that space or that intuition kicking and saying, maybe not right now. It's not the time. Then you proceed. Don't dwell on it too long because then you start to, drop because those negative thoughts will arise if you dwell on it too much. Once you throw in a bit of positivity in there, boom, let it go and keep moving forward. Compartmentalize your thoughts, process them, think about it, meditate on them, control them, inner dialogue, set forth with positivity, and you got it. The next thing that comes with dealing with your negative thoughts, and this is going to be the last thing, is challenging your thoughts. This breeds awareness. Yes, challenge those negative thoughts. You'll come to find not every thought deserves your energy. And that's where you break away. That's where you really start to separate yourself from more negativity, more negative thoughts. Even when they do arise, roll off the shoulder, bro. It don't mean nothing. Once when you have challenged yourself, this is the greatest part of the practice to me, all right, is when you begin to really challenge yourself, but challenging your mind, all right? Some things do not even deserve your energy. It's just a thought in one ear and out the other. Because how it has an effect on you and how you work and how you process things separates you from the next. Our mind, the way our minds work is very powerful, guys. Continue to do what you do on this practice. Continue to build yourself up. Focus, get locked in. Harness your energy. All right. Once again, challenge your thoughts. That's one of the biggest things. Guys are afraid to challenge themselves further. Challenge your thoughts. Challenge those negative thoughts. Come out of those negative thinking patterns with positivity, light. Write them down. Write down your negative thoughts and address them. Pros and cons. That's what we do. We try to figure some stuff out. But when we come to trying to figure ourselves out, we don't want to do that process. All right. So guys, once again, control your thoughts. Begin to control things. All I said, with love and peace.